Hello class, today we'll be talking about Rene Descartes. Descartes is known as the father of modern philosophy, and he's especially well known for his theory of epistemology. Epistemology is what we know and how we know it. It's basically about what is knowledge. How do we come to know things? What do we know? Descartes takes the approach of knowledge called foundationalism. What foundationalism seeks is to prove something from one thing that we know, or a few things that we know. But Descartes will take his theory and use it to prove what we know for sure. Now, it's important to note that Descartes is especially strict on what he considers knowledge. For Descartes, knowledge requires infallibility. In other words, we cannot doubt it no matter what. If there's any level of doubt, then it is not considered knowledge. And this seems reasonable. If you can doubt something, then do you really know it? So Descartes takes this line of reasoning and takes it to its extreme. So he begins with, what can he doubt? Well, for one, he can doubt his senses. We often have times of driving around the road and we see what we think is water on the road. Well, clearly, that is not water, it is an optical illusion. So we cannot trust our eyesight. Sometimes we cannot trust our touch, our smells. We get deceived on. We can be deceived on many different things. So Descartes reconciles that we cannot trust our senses, which is fair enough. But what does that mean? Well, that means that anything you sense with your five senses, you don't know anything about, which is very, very hard to take. He furthermore says, can you even know anything about reality? Can you even know this is reality? Can you know that's another person? Well, Descartes says no. He uses something called the dream argument. The dream argument states that, in fact, because we don't know we're not dreaming, and we can never prove otherwise, then we can't know anything about our reality. And thus, we don't really know anything at all, do we? But that's not entirely true. Descartes then reconciles one thing that he knows infallibly that he must know. He can be entirely deceived by absolutely everything. His reality, other people, everything. However, there's one thing he cannot be deceived on. He cannot be deceived about himself. In fact, he might not even know he has a body, but he knows he is a thinking thing. You cannot doubt your own thoughts. What you're thinking about might in fact be false, but the fact that you're thinking it is enough. And so today you've learned about the dream argument and Rene Descartes' theory of epistemology. From here, he builds up his theory of what he knows, and eventually will come to the conclusion that we know God exists, we know that the entire world exists from there on.